on Monday, and a lot of the classrooms have been deserted. Let's speak to Fidelis Kamaya, his General Secretary of CETAG. He's joined us. Hello, welcome to ChannelOne Newsroom.
Thank you very much, Omar Sanda.
First of all, how did we get here?
Per the National Labour Commission's arbitral award that was issued on 2nd May 2023, we have been battling with how it will be implemented. So we've attended several meetings, and January 2025, they started with the implementation. So halfway through, they implemented half, and then others are still outstanding. We have been knocking at the doors of our regulators, that's GTEC. We've been to the Ministry of Education. We've been to Ministry of Jobs, Labour and Employment. We've also gone to Ministry of Finance. All these places are still not getting the required results. So we decided to embark on a strike so that the government will see that we are very serious about the full implementation of the outstanding arbitral award.
What did the arbitral award say exactly? That government should do what?
Okay, so there are a number of things government was supposed to do. The first one has to do with the migration, which has taken place. The second one was the all-year-round work compensation. So in the year 2022, teachers in the College of Education taught from January to December without rest. So according to the labor laws, it is unlawful for an employee to work throughout the year without rest. So we demanded for 2 months' salary as compensation, but in the wisdom of the commissioners, they said no, the government will be able to pay 1 month. So the government was directed to pay 1 month salary compensation to all workers in the College of Education. Unfortunately, they paid only 7 colleges, remaining 39 colleges. Since 2002, what do you call it, 2022, my brother, the purchasing power of that money has even eroded. So as we speak, the money that's going to be paid is without interest, without anything, but still outstanding. The second one has to do with the 2022-2023 academic year book and research allowance arrears. That one too hasn't been paid. 2023-2024 book and research allowance arrears is also outstanding, hasn't been paid. And then 2022, there was some payment, and then there was a curriculum of education that was to be paid. They have also not received that amount. The last but not the least, which is also very, very important, is when the migration took place, some of our experienced teachers were downgraded because in the wisdom of GTEC, they are saying that because such staff do not have MPhil, meanwhile, they have masters in science, master in education, and they have taught for about 15, others 20 years, and they have been downgraded, making them worse off. Meanwhile, in the migration process, they were supposed to have been given what you call a transitional period, within which period they are supposed to upgrade and meet the minimum requirement, if you so wish that or think that they don't meet the minimum requirement. But the staff were not given this opportunity, and then they were made worse off. We have been to National Labour Commission for them to settle this, but to no avail.
Okay, I know that government is a continuum, but there's still a new government in place. Would you say you've been fair to this government, considering that you're holding this government to account for the agreements and actions of a previous government?
In fact, that is not what we are doing. If you look at our regulators, the principal officers that are there are the same people who are still in office. If you go to the ministry, apart from the political head who is the minister, all the other workers there are still the same people. So they are much aware of our situation and the issues at hand. It's just that they are dragging their feet in implementing it. Sometimes we ask ourselves, is it because we are teachers? That is how come some of these things that are due us are being denied us? Because my brother, the monies that are involved are not that much. It's not any huge amount of money.
So is there a possibility that you could still negotiate with the government, or the door for negotiations has since been closed?
The door of negotiation has been closed because what is left is implementation. So let me say 2 months ago, GTEC collated data on those who qualify to take the 2023-2024 book and research allowance. They have submitted all their documents to the Ministry of Finance, and then the money hasn't been paid. When we went to the National Labour Commission, that is the information GTEC gave to the commissioners. So it's not that we are trying to hold this government to ransom. No.
Okay.
It is not any huge money.
While you are on the strike, the students are struggling, obviously. Are there plans to assist them, or that's the least of your worries? It's your back case?
It's not our back case. These students, some of them are our relatives, so it pains us when we see them suffer like that. And we pray that our needs will be attended to within the shortest possible time so that it does not affect the students so much.
You have a calendar you work with, academic calendar you work with. At what point, if this your strike persists, would the calendar be affected or disrupted?
When it travels into 3 weeks and above, the calendar will be distracted. So we hope and pray that it doesn't get to that level.
If the government does not listen to you, what happens? You continue to stay home?
Exactly so, my brother.
And if the NLC comes in and says, go back to work, what happens?
You see, the National Labour Commission also have certain powers. They have the powers of the High Court. So once they have given the arbitral award, it is binding on both parties. Okay. So if one party reneges on its part, then they have the right to send them to court for enforcement.
Very well.
But all these years, National Labour Commission is sitting there aloof, looking at things happening as if they don't care.
Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you so much, Omaru. And we want to plead that you also talk for us so that the government will see the need to attend to teachers.
If I talk for you, I'll bring you invoice. You like?
Okay. Why not?
I'll bring you invoice. Thank you, and I'll speak for you. That's Fidelis Kumaya. He's the National Secretary of the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CETAG, speaking to us about